Marvel Zombies is not the usual hopeful Marvel show. From the very first episode, we step into a world that feels broken, desperate, and full of fear. Episode 1 throws us into a nightmare version of the Marvel Universe where heroes and villains are no longer saviors or threats. They are simply monsters. It's a story about survival, loss, and the thin line between hero and enemy when humanity is stripped away. In Episode 5 of What If Season 1, we learned that Janet Van Dyne brought back a zombie virus from the quantum realm, and the infection spread before anyone could stop it. This sets a dark tone. We are not watching people try to stop the apocalypse. We are watching them live through the wreckage. It's a reminder that not every fight can be won, and sometimes heroes are simply survivors. At the heart of the episode are three young heroes: Kate Bishop, Riri Williams, and Kamala Khan. They are not the strongest or most experienced Marvel characters. Instead, they are clever and hopeful, representing the next generation of heroes. Kate is a skilled fighter and natural leader. Riri is the brain, bringing technology and quick thinking. And Kamala is the heart, with an almost stubborn optimism. Their teamwork shows a powerful theme. When the world falls apart, trust and collaboration keeps people alive. They are ordinary young women facing something extraordinary, and that makes their struggle relatable. The shrunken device they find inside the zombie shield agent isn't just a plot tool. It's a symbol of hope and connection. While the world has turned into chaos, the device represents a chance to reach beyond Earth and call for help. In a way, it's a metaphor for communication and unity. Even when humanity seems lost, the idea of reaching out becomes a sign that not all is gone. On their journey, the trio encounters a violent storm and a crater caused by the battle between Icarus and a zombie Carol Danvers. These natural and cosmic events symbolize how chaos has no boundaries. The storm reflects the uncontrollable spread of the virus, showing that nature itself feels hostile. This imagery reinforces the idea that the Marvel Universe's greatest defenders, like Captain Marvel, are no longer saviors, but forces of destruction.
Shit.
Kate's death during the explosion shows how fragile everyone is in this new world. It's quick and merciless, underlining that no one is safe. Later, Riri is bitten and makes the painful choice to send Kamala away with the device. Her sacrifice is both tragic and heroic. She knows she cannot be saved, but she ensures the mission continues. These moments highlight the theme of sacrifice. Survival in a zombie apocalypse isn't just about staying alive. It's about giving up something for the greater good, even when it means facing death. The arrival of Blade Knight changes the tone. He represents the darker side of heroism, a warrior shaped by loss, someone who has learned to live in a world where killing is necessary. At the SHIELD base in Ohio, Kamala meets Melina, Alexei, and Yelena. They use Melina's technology to control zombies. The attack by a zombie Okoye, leading an army of zombie heroes, brings the horror to a peak. Seeing Captain America as a mindless killer shows how even the purest hero can be corrupted. This is the heart of Marvel Zombies. The idea that the people we look up to can fall, and when they do, they become the very danger we fear. Melina's sacrifice reminds us that humanity's greatest strength is not strength itself, but compassion and the willingness to give everything for others. By the end of the episode, Blade Knight tells the survivors about a rocket that can carry the device to outer space, where the Nova Core can be reached. This ending points to the next stage of their journey and reinforces the episode's central idea. Even when the world is broken, there is always a reason to keep moving forward. Episode 2 of Marvel Zombies takes the horror and heartbreak of the first episode and pushes it even further. The episode opens with a flashback to Shang-Chi, Katie, Jimmy Woo, and a group of survivors surrounded by a zombie horde. Help comes in the form of the Ten Rings organization, led by Shang-Chi's father Wenwu. During the fight, Shang-Chi is bitten on the arm. Wenwu uses the mystical 10 rings to contain the infection, sacrificing himself so his son and the others can escape. The 10 rings become a shield of love and legacy. Wenwu passes down his power not as a gift of domination, but as a final act of protection. Wenwu's death is a father's sacrifice, turning the 10 rings into a literal and emotional barrier against darkness. In the present, Shang-Chi, Wu, Katie, Death Dealer, and their small band of survivors meet Kamala's group from Episode 1 at Zemo's sanctuary, the Raft. The two groups agree to work together to send a signal to space, continuing the mission to reach the Nova Corps for help. This meeting highlights a key theme of the episode: unity through diversity. Survival isn't about who you were before the fall, it's about who you choose to stand with now. Zemo, always a schemer, tries to sacrifice both groups to the infected Talokanil to reach New Asgard. Zemo's actions show a classic theme in zombie stories. Human greed and self-preservation often cause as much harm as the undead. Even when death is everywhere, some people still put power and survival above morality. Zemo's plan backfires when Namor leads the Talokanil in an assault on the Raft. Talokanil, like Atlantis in myth, represents the power of the ocean and the natural world. Seeing Namor, a protector of the seas, turned into a mindless predator feels like nature itself rebelling. Namor kills John Walker and members of Shang-Chi's survivor crew. The battle between Kamala Khan and Zombie Namor is more than just a fight scene. Kamala is the youngest and most hopeful of the survivors. Facing Namor, a once proud king turned monster, she shows that hope and courage are not naive, they are weapons. Kamala's victory is a sign that the next generation of heroes can stand against even the most overwhelming darkness. As the raft begins to flood, Yelena makes the ultimate sacrifice. She stays behind to manually override the escape pod, despite Alexei's desperate pleas for her to leave.
You don't have to do this alone, Yelena! Yelena!
What do you always say? Honor me with every breath you take.
No, Yelena, you don't get to use my words against me!
Her final toast to her fallen allies before infection overtakes her is a haunting moment. It shows that even in a world of chaos, there is dignity in sacrifice. Yelena's choice reflects the same theme introduced with Wenwu's death. True heroism is measured not by survival, but by what you're willing to give up for others. The raft floods completely. This represents the unstoppable force of destruction, showing that even the strongest structures of order will eventually fall. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.